Akwaba, welcome back. The question I asked at the beginning of part 1 and 2 of the state of our affairs is, what is still holding us back from thriving and retaking our place on the world stage of history, culture, and policymaking? I contend that until we unlearn the untruths, we will not thrive as a people, much less retake our place in the world. So what must we do? Good people, as delineated in the opening poem, we must read. There's a reading list that will scroll during the credits, and it is up to us to buy the books and read them. The goal here is to shift our consciousness with our daily actions. Until we religiously practice Seba, reading, learning, discussing, and sharing the history, nothing will change. Let me also remind you that we are connected to each other as a global people beyond nationality. This is yet another important insight to not only learn, but to internalize the lessons of our shared history in order to shift our relationships with each other. This is the only way we will take correct and righteous actions on our own behalf. The list of important actions we must take include 1, Seba. We all need to read, learn, know, and embrace our history as the first people to walk the earth. 2, we need to gently cultivate authentic connections with one another in order to act in our own best interests politically, economically, and in our communities. 3, we must continue the work of resistance in word and deed. The act of resistance is a muscle that needs to be used and strengthened. We must learn to appropriately speak up to injustice and racism when we encounter it. 4, we must realign our values and behavior with our consciousness. To realign our values is significant, especially where it concerns how we spend our time and our hard-earned resources. We cannot say that we are down with the struggle and never volunteer our time or spend our dollars in a Black-owned establishment or financially contribute to programs and projects like MDDK, which depend on the community to exist. 5, aligning our values also means being mindful of what we consume, including what we eat, what we watch, what we read, what we listen to, and what activities we participate in. As I used to tell my middle school students, junk in, junk out. 6, work with yourself. Work with yourself. Assess your health and do what you need to do. Look at your finances and do what you need to do. Think about and consider creating a 5-year plan. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Remember, the colonizer plans 5, 10, 25 years ahead and more. If we want to do more than survive, we must make plans to thrive and be serious about how we move forward in the world. 7, honestly assess your lifestyle. To quote Baba Asa, and to make it personal, are you ignorant of our past, a stranger to our people, an ape of our oppressors, and a creature of habitual shallow thought and trivial values? Only you can answer that question. Only you can grow your consciousness and shift your behavior accordingly. Some things, habits, people associations, and less than optimal actions must go. 8, Understand that no matter where Black people reside on planet Earth, racism and discrimination is still a despicable problem that affects the quality of our lives, and as a result, we have a shared struggle that connects us globally. 9. We must understand and reject what does not serve us, especially unbridled materialism, selfish individualism, and artificial nationalism that has us working against each other to the benefit of the colonizer. 10. Intentionally do the work of healing what has hurt you, beginning with your own people as well as others. This is where the practice of radical forgiveness, while difficult, is a superpower of strength, freeing us up in energy, mind, spirit, and heart. Notice I said forgive, but not forget, lest the offense be repeated. Dr. King said, someone can ride your back only if it's bent. Our mothers and grandmothers told us a long time ago that not everybody is your friend. Know who is and who isn't. 11. Know that not only do we have a shared struggle, we have a shared history, culture, and legacy of accomplishment despite odds, obstructions, and obstacles, no matter where we are as African people in the world. 12. This is where reading, discussing, and getting together with those on the consciousness path is not only helpful, but vital to building community. Possible activities for you to consider to assist you in creating a consciousness community is a book club, taking classes, and hosting informal gatherings where a mix of joy and serious discussions can be initiated. Family gatherings can also be an ideal way for gently dropping the knowledge. 13. Whatever you do, execute it with excellence and high standards. I have learned not to concern myself with people who are not about high standards, excellence, or trustworthy challenged. This is especially important for the work of building community. I cannot emphasize enough that you must have trustworthiness, integrity, and a standard of excellence. If you can't do it right, leave it alone. If you don't have the resources to properly execute your idea, wait until you do. Know what you do and do what you know. If you can't bring it with passion and excellence, just don't do it. 14. Be gentle with yourself and kind to others. All of us are suffering under the ravages of white supremacy and racism to one extent or another. We are not all in the same place in terms of consciousness and the desire to know. While a lot of the knowledge is enlightening and inspiring, some of it is heavy and devastating and requires sensitivity. 15. Along the same line, as you share, be mindful to grow the seeds of consciousness and not become a source of irritation for folks who aren't ready. Everybody is not ready. It's okay. Share more with folks who are ready to receive and just a little bit for folks who aren't. Finally, number 16, we must deeply understand that only we can do the inside work for the next level of outside change that will yield wholeness for ourselves and our people. My good people, during these increasingly difficult times, all of our efforts and resources are needed. Truly, we are the ones we are waiting for. Or, poetically speaking, let's do the inside work. I often say, we, Black people, must do the inside work for the next level of outside change. But what exactly is the inside work? It is the work of self-reflection necessary for healing and growth. It is looking inside oneself honestly and assessing what you know to be true about yourself. The inside work is not necessarily pretty. We can discover some not so pleasant truths, subconsciously wanting to walk away in denial. But gentle self-confrontation is the only way to heal long festering wounds, childhood hurts, minimize shortcomings, and maximize our considerable strengths. It takes courage to dig deep in your own psyche, unearthing the pain of the past, your own or histories, and decide to change the person in the mirror, to grow yourself, nurture yourself, forgive yourself, and lift yourself up for greatness. Doing our collective inside work will change our world. Our children and our young people yearning for change. Our communities that have disintegrated under the yoke of racism, they will change too. Doing our collective inside work will change the larger world as we quietly demand respect because of our own transformation, returning us to the greatness that was always there, waiting to be rediscovered by us, for us. It is our inside work that will indeed yield the next level of outside change, changing how we think, how we act, how we treat each other, and how we move in the world, understanding the power of our actions, resources used collectively, purposefully, powerfully, spiritually. Doing the inside work can only be done by us. Know this and be about it. Ashe. I am Mwalimu Melody Michere Van Putten, and I am dropping the knowledge. Ashe.
Truth, justice, righteousness, harmony, balance, order, reciprocity. 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 Justice, righteousness, harmony, balance, order, reciprocity. Truth, justice, righteousness.